Hello you guys, Abraxas here, and I'm going to be playing a little bit of Space Engine. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go to Kepler 78b since I featured that in my last video. And that would be the fastest orbiting planet over here. So, a couple little interesting facts about this planet. It's tidally locked, as you can tell by the giant storm on the face of it. And for some reason it renders a little bit weird. I don't really understand this, but hell, it does it. Somebody was asking me why didn't I just sit on the planet and actually watch the year or watch the time go by. Well, that's because if I go into the planet's atmosphere, which I appear to actually be in, and I think it's gonna, oh wait, no, that's just the part where it's like bald and not rendering properly. Yeah, if I come in and look up at the parent star, well, you can't see it, the atmosphere is too thick. So yeah, I didn't think that would really make for an interesting video. I don't understand this area here. I don't know if that's a glitch or if it's intended to like do that, but yeah, it is like missing its atmosphere over here. I don't know if that's actually visible from the underside either. Yeah, it actually kind of is. Wonder if that's just like being cooked away or if that's just a glitch in the game, but I don't really know. And there is the star. So this thing's orbiting incredibly close to its star, and it has an orbit of 8 hours and 31 minutes, meaning 1 year on this planet lasts only 8.5 hours. But it's also tidally locked, so what that also means is 1 day is also 8 hours and 31 minutes. So it's definitely a very interesting planet. I just figured it'd be cool to like kind of make that video. What I did was essentially I just left OBS recording it at 10 FPS and like a 2000 kilobit per second like bit rate, and I just let it go. As you can tell, it's actually a 5 or 8 hour and 50-minute video. It's good as well. I let it go while I was sleeping, and I just kind of overslept. I was like, oh shit, I need to stop this recording. I just uploaded it raw. I could actually edit that in the YouTube editor, but I don't see the point in even bothering. I'll just leave it what it is. Because once I do that through the YouTube editor, it's probably going to take like a day or two for it to actually update the video, and it's whatever, really. It was just a little one-off upload that I wanted to do. Anyways, let me load up my channel here and go down into the comments. Somebody wanted me to visit. That was an ad. Somebody wanted me to visit a star that is actually 4 times bigger than UY Scatai, and his name is Ian07. So let's go ahead and visit that. This is the ID he gave me. Let me back out of Earth real quick. There we go. And it's called RSCVN. And it's actually in a different galaxy. And there it is. This thing is huge. Let's see. The diameter of it is 67 astronomical units. So it is very big. And if I were to sit, let's try to get this. Gotta slow down. I can't even get close enough. Yeah, it changes the height. But this is the distance between Earth and the sun on this star. This is 1 astronomical unit. Roughly, it's actually 0.93, but I mean, you get the point. Let's... I can't... Wait. There we are. Yeah, I am 1 astronomical unit from this star. There's no way in hell you're orbiting around this. This is from a dip in the star, too, so I mean, yeah. I can't. Yeah, that gives you an idea of what the scale of this star is. And it's 4 times bigger than the biggest star that we actually know about, UY Scuti or Scatai or whatever it is. And, yeah, this thing's huge. And you may have actually noticed by looking at the temperature there, it's actually very cold. It's actually 2,326 degrees Celsius, while this star right here, which is a white supergiant, is... Where's the temperature? Ah, there it is. 7,500 degrees. So, I mean, it's a considerable difference. I mentioned it before. These bigger stars, they like, most of their mass is just kind of expanded out to be, like, larger. But, yeah, that basically dissipates the heat energy and just kind of, it's kind of like lower energy per, like, meter or whatever, kilometer or whatever it is. Yeah, this thing's huge. If this was sitting in our galaxy, or not our galaxy, our solar system, if it replaced our star, it would probably engulf Saturn and Uranus, but let me check that. Okay. No, actually, even further. I was totally wrong. This thing would actually engulf Pluto and beyond. This thing would engulf our entire solar system if it sat in the center of it. That is how big this thing is. That is huge. So I imagine if this thing actually collapsed in on itself, would it be a supermassive black hole like you would find in the center of a galaxy? Like, is it that big? I'm kind of curious about that. The mass is 300. I don't know how to... I don't know physics, like, so I don't know what that actually means. But yeah, I imagine that's a lot of mass. Actually, let's visit, like, the black hole in the center of this galaxy. And let's just compare the amount of mass that has. So the black hole should be somewhere around here. It might be this dot? No. It's gotta be one of those dots. Let me just click on that again. And let's zoom in. From here, I should be able to go straight to the black hole. And there it is. Alright, there it is. So if I click on this black hole, let's slow down a little bit more. It's not actually letting me click on the black hole. Okay, well, that was kind of useless. Let's just go to one in the middle of this cluster right here. Oh. Okay, no. Not quite. Not nearly enough mass, so... Yeah, these black holes, like in the globular clusters in the center of the galaxy, are like significantly more mass than that actual star. So, yeah, that's actually very interesting. But I noticed if I actually double-click the black hole, that's actually how you select them, so... Whoops. Let's see if I can visit the center black hole again. There we go. I have it selected now. So yeah, that is significantly more mass than that actual star. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if stars like that massive, if they collapse, are they the ones that actually form things like galaxies and globular clusters? It does not appear so. And if they do, it's probably based on, like, them potentially absorbing other stars and stuff like that, but I just have no clue how these supermassive black holes could actually form. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Okay, so another guy by the name of Harris Sedinovic, I don't even, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. I cannot pronounce such things. It's too glorious for me. Anyways, he wanted me to visit a different star. This one, I actually have to type out, is RS 55 46 17 98 00 10. So let's go ahead and go to this object, which is not far from me. And here it is. This thing has a temperature of 1700 degrees, but has a diameter of 166 astronomical units. This would engulf our entire solar system, like probably more than that, 6 or 7 times over. So that's an idea of how massive this star is. This thing is huge, very huge. And if I sat 1 astronomical unit away from this star, which I don't think I actually can in the game, but we'll find out. Let's see. I mean, that's it. I physically cannot actually go 1 astronomical unit away from this star because I'll end up basically landing on it. So yeah, this thing is huge. Does it? The real question is, does it have any planets? It does have planets orbiting around it, and this one is not orbiting very far around it. Look at that. Now this star is actually very dim. It's not luminous at all. In fact, if I zoom out, you'll notice it doesn't actually get much of a lens flare. So yeah, it's not a very hot, not a very luminous star. It's actually very dim, which is probably why we don't actually see these like supermassive stars, because they start getting cooled down to the point you could barely actually see them. And let's check out the atmosphere of this planet. It looks like a nice hellish red. It kind of got a little bit of an orange fade to it, but I want to see if I can go to a planet. Well, that's an ice giant. I'm sorry, but 589 degrees is not very ice-like. But let's visit one of its moons. See what would be cool if something like this actually had life on it. So we got a scorched desert over here. Let's go ahead and visit this. Looks like we got a slightly thick atmosphere, but it might actually be able to... No, can't really see through it, but we do have a beautiful detailed cloud layer. So, actually it's multiple layers. Check that out. 2, 3, and then you have the atmosphere, which I'm escaping right now. So it's got 3 cloud layers, and we got a little bit of a cyclone right here, so that's kind of cool. It actually dips in the center right here. And yeah, where's the parent star at? I cannot see its parent. Oh, hello. Hello, parent star. Yeah, you're only a little bit big. So yeah, definitely a very cool star. And let's go ahead and move on to a different one. Okay, let's visit something that the guy Joseph Stalin posted, and let's see if it's actually recorded in SpaceEngine. It does not appear to be. Okay, well, I tried. Basically what I was going to visit was S50014 plus 81, which would actually be the black hole in the center of IC 1101. Apparently that is our real life classification. Anyways, that is all of the user suggestions that I have. Let's go to a really awesome planet that I've seen on Reddit, and this was posted on Reddit by a guy named Megaman SE, which is a really awesome looking planet. So let's go ahead and visit this. And here it is. He coins it Earth 2.0, It has a lovely black ring and a lot of hurricanes. You see that? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 hurricanes just sitting like right there on its equator. Wait, 10. So it has a lot of storms on it. Nonetheless, this is an absolutely beautiful looking planet. It's got life. It has a lot of Earth features, rivers. Is that a volcano? Yeah, we got a volcano sitting right here. It must not have like blown the top off like recently because it's actually growing stuff on top of the volcano. And this is a gorgeous looking planet. Definitely one I recommend visiting. The ID for it is in the top left. And again, this was posted by a user on Reddit named Megaman SE. Megaman Space SE. So I definitely give him credit for this find, and it's an absolutely awesome looking planet. We have some beautiful mountains here. And there's a star right behind its ring. Is that a second star? No, that's an ice giant. The ice giant shows up beautifully in the atmosphere there. And we got some what looks like water. Let's go ahead and click back onto this planet real quick. We have CO2, oxygen, and yeah. I forget which button it was. Somebody was mentioning it to me. No. It's one of the F keys, I believe. No, I don't want to capture any video. I don't want to capture any video. I took a screenshot. That's F1. Give me just a moment. There's a button. Somebody mentioned it down in the comments for me. Where you could actually view further details about the planet, like further composition of the atmosphere and all that kind of stuff. I assume this is H2O. I assume this is actually water, but I could be completely wrong about that. The temperature on this planet is -8 degrees Celsius, so actually, if there is water on this planet, it's either going to have to be very salty for it to actually, like, stay a liquid, like very saline, a lot of salt, or, it's going to have to be basically stuck in the ice caps all over the planet. So this might actually not be liquid water. It could be. In fact, it may actually be warmer along the equator than it is at the poles, which at the poles we do have a lot of ice. So that would actually make a lot of sense. That's what all these white areas are. It's a bunch of polar ice caps. And what do we have over here? Is this... Oh, it's not. It's just a bald area, like sitting on top of the pole over here. Okay. And nonetheless, it is a very awesome planet. I do recommend visiting it. And let's go see some of the green areas. Is it going to render a life texture? It certainly did. We got a kind of grass texture, I want to say, with what looks like some snow or something like that sitting in it. Oh, no, wait, that might actually be the rocks. Yeah, I think that's the rocks. Nonetheless, beautiful planet. Do you recommend checking it out? Let's see what else we can find. Okay, this one was posted by a guy named Megalix Master 2015. I'm probably not going to get around to all the planets on it, but nonetheless, let's check it out. Okay, let's remove that extra quotation mark, and let's go ahead and visit it. RT car is what that showed up in it as the thing in the game, and okay, so it's across both these stars here. So we have a orange dwarf and another orange dwarf orbiting around each other, and this is a system that contains 15 planets with life. All the gas giants, such as this one, I think. Yes, it contains aerial life. We have a hot Oceania with life over here, which I assume is marine, so we're not actually physically going to be able to see that. And over here we have a little temperate desert with life, and it's terrestrial, so we will actually be able to see this. And immediately you can tell this desert looks absolutely beautiful, but it does not actually have any water on it. And if it does, it's probably in the atmosphere, and yeah. You can tell there's green life actually growing on this, like a bunch of plant life and stuff. But yeah. If there is water, it probably comes in the form of rain. Okay, yeah. So it probably comes in the form of rain, and definitely a beautiful looking little planet here. We have what looks like a field of sand, which would be a desert kind of thing. Actually, it doesn't really have a desert texture. It kind of looks like it'd be really rough or rocky or something, or like it's just muddy. Actually, yeah, that might be like a salt lake once I zoomed out. Yeah, that's kind of what that looks like. A giant salt lake or something. So, very awesome. Let's go ahead and go back and let's go to the other stars system, which it looks like we have another gas giant with life, aerial life, and it has a beautiful caramel color to it, and it's not perfectly round, it's actually quite oval shaped. Over here we have a Oceania with life, again with marine life, so we're not actually going to be able to see the life on the planet. And it has a really nice looking cloud pattern to it, and a couple cyclones over there. Nonetheless, awesome system. That was posted again by a guy named Megalex Master 2015, who I think I might have actually referenced in a previous video, but I could be wrong about that. And I think I am in a star cluster. That's what it looks like. Yep, right here in a star cluster. So, nonetheless, awesome stuff. I mostly wanted to do like a kind of viewer suggestion like special video or something, because a lot of people have been suggesting things, and I just hit 5,000 views on my YouTube channel. So that is completely awesome. We are at 64 subs, and you guys have been absolutely great at growing this channel, and I greatly appreciate that. As you can kind of tell by my voice today, I do have a cold, so I'm very sorry about that. But I did actually want to make a space engine exploration video. Yesterday I kind of pushed off like making videos by throwing up that 8-hour video, which I don't expect anyone to actually fully watch, and if you do, you're kind of a madman. But nonetheless, thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe.